Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, we're like, you ever wake up and you're like thinking like, oh, it's still early. I still got like a couple hours. Got a couple hours until I gotta wake up. And then all of a sudden you look and you got like 1 minute before your alarm goes off. I don't know how it happens, but it always happens like that for me. I somehow wake up like 5 minutes before my alarm goes off, and I get all like, I'm all like, oh, okay, it's still pretty dark out. Like, I haven't heard any roosters crowing yet, so it must be early, right? Like, it must be early. But no, it's just fucking time to wake up. Oh, wake up at 4 o'clock to go make money. I guess it could be worse. Imagine if I had to wake up early in the morning to go and work construction or do something I really don't like to do. So we're live. Let's go. Market this morning moving. We got everybody in here. We got Inner Circle Trader, the guy. If you guys haven't hit that like button, let's start out strong this morning. You know what to do. Blow up that like button here. Let's go. It's raining. It rains every day, basically, now. I swear, every morning now it's been raining. My yard, I told you guys, my yard is literally turning into a huge mud puddle. All right, so if you look at the move this morning, the ES had a bit of a gap. It gapped up this morning. We pulled back. We basically filled that gap already pre-market. So we will be opening up with basically no gap in the chart. We had a gap this morning and then we pulled back, so no gaps this morning, basically opening up right in the middle there. Looking at the levels here, what we got to look for today, what we got to look for here on the 15-minute chart right now. I would say we have this previous day low, Monday's low down there as 75. We've talked about how those levels end up playing out as support resistance, so let's be be mindful of that. We'll think about where that level's at down there at the 75s, and then we got the previous low, week low, down there at the 47s. We got Monday's high up there at 4,024. So a couple things to look for here. We got some pivot points as well. We got the ES pivots. We got an ES pivot at the 995s. We got an ES pivot down at the 65s. So going into open here, not really seeing a perfect setup right now. We'll kind of have to just wait. A little bit of a pullback here. If we look at the 3-minute chart, kind of pulling back to this previous area of resistance here at the 988s. We got the Monday low down there at the 74. So we'll see if we're going to test that Monday low again, being that 74 level, 75s. And we'll see how the market gets going here today. We will find out. Ugh. If you guys haven't hit that like button, help me out. Come on, let's go. We need at least 300 likes to start this stream off here. Book map right here. We're at the point of control, looking at the liquidity. You got some liquidity sitting pretty heavy down there at the 80s right now. Nothing too crazy up above us actually right now. 4,000 all the way up there liquidity wise, but nothing too heavy to the upside here. So we'll see how this rolls today. How does the market roll today? What's gonna happen? We'll find out. We got any news today? Any news today? Anybody? What's the news today? Any data coming out? Looks like we got some news coming out at 9:45 and some news coming out at 10 o'clock today. We got the Chicago PMI numbers coming out at 9:45, and then we got news at 10 a.m. as well. So the big news of the day. Big news of the day. Ugh. So right now, just sitting back here, waiting and watching. I'm thinking that we'll kind of see what happens here at open with this structure right here. Go to the 1 minute chart. Looking a little trappy down here, but right now the overall pullback right now. I'm thinking maybe we kind of push back up here at open, test that VWAP, test the VWAP and test the pivot point on the SPY this morning. There's a SPY pivot at 398.59, which is kind of, I would say, like up into this level, that 3,998 level on the ES here. So let's see what happens at open. We'll find out here. Got about 6 minutes here till the market opens, and just right now sitting back, waiting and watching. Back to the 15-minute chart here. Going into open. Nothing really looking too, nothing standing out in terms of like, oh, look at that. Wow, that's like something really interesting right now. I think we're just kind of pulling back here. We'll see what happens at open, but right now, nothing looking too just out of the ordinary in terms of getting excited for some action here. All right. Ugh. All right, all right. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. All right, so I'm just kind of sitting here, not a huge plan right now. We got that 4,000 area here so far as this kind of push up area pre-market overnight, whatever you want to call it. That session there, 4,004 right now sitting there, and then we got that Monday low acting as support down there at the 75s. So we got those two key levels, kind of just see what happens. We're right in the middle between those levels right now, so it's hard to like basically come up with a plan when you're just kind of in the middle of those two levels. You can see we're just in the middle pretty much between these two key levels, Monday low and that 4,004 area. So we'll have to kind of just wait for market open, see what it wants to do, and then we can make a plan from there. But right now, it's just not much that you can do. Definitely don't want to just get short. You don't want to get long just because the market's sitting right there in the middle of it all, you know? Right there in the middle of it all. We need there we go. We got it. 328 likes. Let's go. If you guys haven't hit that like button, we got about 3 more minutes here. 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes, baby. Bum, 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 bum. Kind of, I'm thinking, I don't know. If I'm looking at this right now, it looks like it's a gamble either way, honestly. It looks like it wants to touch that Monday low, but it also looks like it could possibly pop back up here, but we'll find out. Tyson's goal today is to not blow up his $50,000 Topstep account. All right, Tyson, that's the goal, baby. I'll pray for you, baby. I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you. It is the last day of the month. I forgot about that. Last day of February. All right, let's make it a good one. Let's finish the month strong here, boys and girls. Let's finish the month strong. Ugh. Got about 40 seconds here. 40 seconds till the market opens. Like I said, just kind of waiting. We got numbers coming out 9:45. Numbers at 10 a.m. today. So we got some action. Do I ever trade the overnight? Sometimes I trade the overnight. It just depends. But normally not. I try not to. Try not to trade the overnight. Can you use micros on Topstep? You can. You can trade with the micros. And right now, market down there to the 83s. Getting ready for the market to open here in about 10 seconds. 10 seconds, people. Let's get it ready. Get it started. Get it pumped. Get it pumped up. Pump it up. Here we go. Market is now open for business. Got a little bit of a fair value gap there on the 3-minute chart right now, going into open here. If we go to the 1-minute chart, kind of looking at this in terms of action. 15-minute chart there. Right now, I'm getting stuck on the 1-minute chart. On the 15-minute chart there at that 83 level. Making a new low right there. I think we just go right down to that Monday low here, huh? What do you think? Let's see what happens here at the 80s. Right now on the book map, there's a buyer there at the 80s. Right there at 79.75. Will he be able to hold this up here? That book map buyer there at the 80s. And then I think we break below 80s. We touch that Monday low of day down there. What do you think? I think we touch that low of day if we break through this level right there. Right now holding there at the 80s, but below 80s, probably see 75 quickly. Tapping that 80 level again there on the book map. Like I said, thinking if we break below 80s here, we sell off down to the 75s. Kind of the way it looks here. Right now they're holding there at the 80s though. More and more they test it. It will finally break here. Looking tighter and tighter here at that 80 level. I think they're going to break it here. There's that break below 80 now. Will we see the low of day from yesterday? A lot of resistance right now on the book map here. Trying to hold this down. Look at all that selling pressure to the upside. Just basically just sitting there. Not looking very good right now for the bulls. So let's see if we're going to touch that 75 level here. That low of day from yesterday. Down there, 77, 78 now. Market is sell, sell, sell right now. Down there to the 77, 78s. I think we're going right to that Monday low, 75s. And there we go. Down to the low now. No bounce. No bounces. Should try to bounce back up here. Off of that low at least. Back up into that fair value gap here. No trades so far, just waiting and watching. Can't really just short this thing just going straight down right now. It's kind of hard to just get short when the market's going straight down here. So just waiting and watching. Back up there, trying to, I think, maybe push back above the 80s here. Market trying to find some support down there at the lows after that big discontinuation of selling. So thinking we've tried to push back up through the 80s possible now. A little reversal here off the bottoms. See if we're going to push it back. There's a seller at 81 right now on the book map there. 81 seller sitting there heavy. Get through that 81, try to push up there. There's a point of control all the way up to the 87. So we'll see how that plays out here. A lot of selling pressure there, though, at the 80s right now, trying to hold this down. They don't want it to go back up. They don't want it to get back above 80. Get a little squeeze going. There it is, that push above 80, just like I said. See if how they're going to try to push this up to be 82s or more. Right now, pushing back up here on that on the book map there. Thinking, like I said, that the 82 push kind of coming in there. Right now, 80s sitting there trying to be support. And market trying to push through the 82s here. We got news coming out 9:45, news at 10 a.m. today. 9:45, 10 a.m. news. They're trying to hold it up here at the 80s right now, that 80 area. Acting as support there. They can hold that 80, try to push it there. That 80, let's try to get it over the 82 level right now, being the big kind of barrier on the book map here. It's not wanting to get through that 82 level. So over 82s, try to push up there again. Little push up there, almost to 82s. There we go, all the way up there, the 82s now. And the market up there now to the 84s. That 82 level, like I said, being the line in the sand, there it goes. If you guys haven't hit that like button, help me out and blow up that like button. Thank you very much. Look at this thing going from the lows down there, from the 75s now up there to the 85s. Rocking and rolling. And over 82 now, up there to the 86s. Just kind of looking here at the 15-minute chart now. The game plan. We got those numbers coming out in 4 minutes. Or I think, did those numbers come out at 9:40? Sometimes they come out 5 minutes early, certain numbers. No, not yet. Not yet. You can see now the liquidity on the book map getting a little thinner as we go into those numbers. Just trying to be patient, wait for these numbers to come out. Not too worried about really doing anything right now. We just bounced off that low, that 75 level, and now we're pushing back up. That was the low of day from yesterday, And then right now we got a pivot point coming up there. Pivot point at the 95. So 95 pivot right pretty much here. And we got that high from the overnight or the pre-market session there at the 04s. So just kind of pushing back up right now. The SPY getting back above the VWAP, the market holding the lows there. So we're pushing back up here on the 3-minute chart. We got the MACD that crossed earlier there. We need these EMAs to start pushing up here if we're going to get that cross of these EMAs. Again, the EMAs have basically been bearish since 9 o'clock here on, this is the 1-minute chart. So going to the 3-minute chart, you can see it needs even more fanning out here to get to a point where it's a good setup for a long. Right now, the MACD about to cross there on the 3-minute chart. So that's what we're looking at. Right now, getting stuck there at the 21 EMA, actually. Stuck at the 21 EMA right now. Bum, bada, bum, bum. So we got stuck right there, that 21 EMA on the 3-minute chart right now. Uh-oh. Back to the 15-minute chart here. We got these numbers coming out in 15 seconds. Numbers in 15 seconds. And there's the numbers. Market squeezing on those numbers. Is that delayed? Market squeezed up there to the 90s, quickly through the 86s right there. After those, I don't even know if that was I think that may guess it was a late reaction to the numbers breaking through that high there. So we got that pivot point coming up at the 96s next. Will we tap that? Tap that pivot point next. $1 million question here. Right now on the book map, we got that 88 level acting as resistance, point of control there. Get over that 88, push up there into the 90s again. Currently long here. Well, it was long. Currently long right now from the 86s, looking for a push up there above the 90s next. Should be able to get it, no problem here. Looking for 91s or higher. Let's see, come on. Pulling back there to the 88. Still looking for this push above 90s. $91 up there. I'm going to leave one runner up in the 95 area to see if we can get that push up there to that pivot point. But let's get through this 91. Take out those two contracts there. 91 for 5 handles. Well, 88 needs to hold here. That 88 level needing to hold here. I'm going to take it off right there. Not liking how we pulled back on that. It's a dangerous area there. That could pull back more. It should have just squeezed right through 90s at that point. Let's see what happens here. Right now, pulling back here, got that little fair value gap on that 1 minute chart here. Got some support down there at the 84s on the book map right now. We got numbers coming out at 10 a.m. as well. So 12 minutes, more numbers coming out. More numbers at at 10 a.m. here. The SPY sitting right now at the VWAP here. The ES right below the VWAP. We can turn that VWAP area into support here. Get that 3-minute breakout possible. On the 3-minute chart right now, holding there at the 80 EMAs. Got the MACD bullish right now. Can they hold it up here on that 80 EMA right there? That VWAP now acting as resistance there at the 87, 88 level on the VWAP. On the ES right now. VWAP acting as resistance there. Got that fair value gap as well popping up. Market pulling back below the VWAP on the SPY and on the ES here. See what they're going to do. Kind of looking like they want to pull this back down to that low again. Maybe get a double bottom in here. Let's see. Battle is real here on the 3-minute chart. That got the fair value gap to the upside and a fair value gap here at the 82s. That 3-minute chart showing that short setup there. Pushing back up to that 21 EMA. We pushed up to the 51, got denied. And right now, pulling back there. There's a bunch of buyers just popped up on the book map there at the 81s. Wow. Bunch of buyers there. And we got news coming out here in 8 minutes. 8 minutes till the news. And right now the VWAP acting as kind of like a magnet support resistance here. Market there at the 88. It's getting hot in here. Market just waiting for these numbers at 10 a.m. looks like. This might chop around here for a little bit before getting those numbers to come out. We're still holding that 82 level there, that fair value gap. And squeezing back up here. Gets back above 90, gets interesting again to push up there. Got that pivot point up the 96s. 96 pivot point up there on the ES here. Right now, just the SPY chopping around the VWAP, the ES chopping around the VWAP here. It's got to get back above 90 to be bullish again. On that 1 minute chart, getting stuck there on that fair value gap area again. Right there at the VWAP. The VWAP is basically right here at this 88, 87 level. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, help me out. Blow up that like button. Let's go. Right now, the market chopping around here, waiting for these numbers at 10 a.m. Numbers at 10 a.m. this morning. $15-minute chart looking pretty choppy here as well. Everything kind of just looking very indecisive both ways. You can see here on the 15-minute chart, those 15-minute candles pretty much just sitting right there in that level, that 82, 83 level here. No real clear direction. No real clear direction here. Wait for these numbers to come out. 10 a.m. 3 minutes. And the VWAP still there at the kind of 87 level. We got about a minute till the numbers come out, a little over a minute. And hopefully get a bigger move now after those numbers come out. Right now holding here at the 82s. Point of control, 88. The VWAP, pretty much all right there, 87, 88 level. So get over that 90 level. We start to push back up here. We got that pivot point coming up on the ES up at the 95s. And you got that pre-market high up at the 4,004s. You got less than a minute till the numbers. Less than a minute. You'll see here on the book map, liquidity starting to thin out. And then we'll get a pop or a drop here. Pop or a drop. What do you guys think? We're going up or down here after these numbers? What's the chat think? What does the chat think here? Good, about 15 seconds. 15 seconds. The numbers are out. Market still just sitting here, 84, 85 level, not really moving yet. See, Paul literally said it looks heavy down, and then right when he said that, the market squeezes up. You gotta love it. The retail indicator, it's always spot on. Market needs to get above that 90 level, try to push up there to that pivot point next. I'd say 95, 96 level would be a good push up here. Try to get that pivot on the ES. The pivot at the ES 95, 95 level on that ES pivot. Still having trouble there at the 90s, though. That VWAP, a magnet right now. Just can't get away from the VWAP. Can't get away from the VWAP right here. Cannot get away from that VWAP. Definitely a double top here on the 1 minute chart right now. That 3 minute candle not looking too hot right there. If we can't hold 81s, well, then we definitely going to move down here. So right now, the market just chopping around here at the VWAP right now and trying to decide if it wants to go up or down today. Just cannot decide. And another pop back up there. Market once again stuck here at the 90s. Kind of looking bullish, kind of looking choppy, kind of looking like it might just go up, it might go down. Not looking too pretty right now. Kind of looks bullish, kind of looks bearish. It's like a mixture of both right now. Pretty much as long as we're like in this area, we're just, it's a flip a coin. 50-50 chance to go up or down. We got to get away from this VWAP. Try to touch that pre-market high, I think, next. Right now, pushing up there, 93s. Got that resistance coming up there at 96s, right where that pivot is on the ES. Pivot point, ES, 96 to 95 level. And then over that, you got a pivot up at the 4017s. On the book map here, you got 95s, a little heavy up there right now, but let's see if we're going to push that 95 level next. That 96 is right there on the 1 minute chart. You can see that resistance right there, 96 level being coming up next there. And once again, pulling back to that VWAP area. Wow. Just cannot get away from it. Just can't get away from the VWAP today. The book map not looking too hot right now, but it can always change. Lots of just, I don't know, looks choppy. Looks choppy right now. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, help me out. Blow up that like button. We got 600 likes here on the stream. Can we get 700 here in the next minute? Come on. Market is chopping right now. Absolutely just chopping here. And back to that fucking VWAP again. Back to the VWAP here. Oh. Back to the VWAP. Now we're dumping. Look at that. Once again, that 82 level acting as support there. If we get through that 82 level, we're going to test that previous day low. That's for sure. Testing that 82s here. Let's see if we go right through 80s now. Wow. Let's go. Currently short right now. Looking for this move down to the low again. Got a pivot point on the SPY down there, 395.89 on the SPY here. And then we got a pivot point on the ES all the way down there at the 65. So we got that low of day so far at the 75s. And then after that, we got the pivot all the way down there at the 65s. Let's see what happens here. We get through that 80 level strong. We should be able to get that move down there 75. And then I think if we test that 75 again with enough momentum, we'll get through that level. So... And then on the 3-minute chart, we got the MACD crossing up there. We're breaking through that kind of support from earlier. But can we continue lower here? The million-dollar question. And back to that VWAP area. Holy shit. A lot of sellers coming in there once again. Will they break through that 80 level? You can see there's a big buyer at 80 right now holding it up. He was there earlier as well. So will he be gone? Break through that 80. See the low of day down there at 75s again. Got that fair value gap there, 86 to 87 now on the 1-minute chart. Still just chopping around here. The VWAP on the SPY acting as support, pretty heavy right now. Let's get away from this fucking VWAP. Get away from it. Get away from the VWAP. All right. The moment of truth. Should be kind of a break to the downside right through here. Had that double top there on the 1 minute chart at the 85 level. See if we sell through here. 81s. I'm thinking we're going to break through 80s here. We're going to break through 80s. It's going to happen. It's got to happen. It's got to break. It's got to break. The rooster's crowing. He knows something. He knows something. Sitting there at the 80s right now. Keeps testing 80s. Keeps testing 80s here. We're going to get through it. Keep testing it. Down there are the 79s now. Just sitting here short right now from the 87s, looking to see if we get this move below 80s. I like to see a move down there below the low of day again. Down there, 79.50 just tapping. I'm kind of just sitting here looking to see if we can't get this move down to the lows. Got my stop already in the money. But pretty much at the high of those two candles from earlier, those double top candles. We're holding up here at the 80s, though. See if we can't get this move down. Getting some support there, the 80s again. Now we got a double bottom kind of on that 79 level here. So, whop, whop. Let's see what happens here. That 85, 75. It's raining again. It's always raining, I feel like, here. Sam Whiskey, I'm fucking still on Topstep. What are you talking about? Relax, bro. Fucking A. No more Topstep. Yes, Topstep, Topstep, Topstep. It's there on the chart. Relax. If you want to learn more about Topstep, there's a link in the chat box. I think Sam Whiskey is very worried about Topstep, so if he wants to learn more, there's a link. Check him out. I'm in Hawaii. What the fuck is everybody like? I'm in Hawaii. I'm still trading on Topstep. Everything's normal, guys. Relax. It's raining outside in Hawaii. It's dark. It's the morning. The roosters are crowing. Welcome to the party. A lot of liquidity is stepped in there on the book map right now, here at the 83, 84 level. They took out that liquidity there. And I'm out of the short now. No need to get mad, Sam, but you literally asked the fucking same question 20 times just to get a response from me. I fucking hate when people do that shit. Like, it's so fucking annoying. Like, people are like little fucking children. Like, you gotta ask a question funny fucking 30 times just so I can ask, just so I can answer it. Market held down there at the lows again. Back to the fucking VWAP. Back to the VWAP again, they said. Back to the VWAP. And once again, just sitting there at the VWAP. Does not want to go. Wow, look at the 15-minute chart right now. 15-minute chart looking nice and choppy. Those last two 15-minute candles, wick, 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 and then pops back up. Amazing how that happens. If you would have saw this last candle, like you wouldn't have seen this candle right now, there's no way you'd be like, oh, there's going to be a big green candle right after this one. And there it is. And the market back above that 85 level again. Got the MACD bullish right now. Market's been holding that. They just love that VWAP level today. That VWAP at the 86s, 87s here. Market loving the VWAP. Now look at this push back up to the 90s again. Get this push up here to the 90s. Covered my short, got long there for that push back up. Let's see if we can't get this push up to the 90s. I'm gonna get chopped around here, but looking for this push up 90s or higher. Right there, the VWAP acting as resistance again there, the VWAP. Crazy. Absolutely crazy right now. That high on that last 3-minute candle there, 88.75. So over 88.75, should be able to get that push up there to the 90s. Still kind of holding here at the 84s. Need to get above this candle right here, though. Get a fucking away from the VWAP. Just been like literally just bumping up and bumping, jumping, bumping up and down around the VWAP here at the 86s. Kind of looking like a head and shoulders here. On the chart right now. I don't even want to look at the 15-minute candles. Look at the 15-minute candles. That's pretty much 45 minutes of chop, my friends. 45 minutes of chop here. Now we're dumping again back down there to the 80s. What in the world? Bounced off the 80s again. Down there to the 79s. And once again, holding 80s there. Oh. Just make a move already. Just do it. Just either go up or down. This sideways is killer. Hey. And there we go. Testing 80s again. And once again, bouncing 79s. New member, let's go. Sandy D. It's actually impressive right now how choppy this is. Still just holding there at the 79s. We got that low of day down there at 75, 75. Market just holding up here. Those 15-minute candles, just insanity. I don't know what to do right now. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. thought I'd go to the bathroom. The market might make a move, but JK. Just kidding. So we might push back up to that VWAP again. What do you think? VWAP again? 88s? Looks like it. I mean, if we can't break through a fucking 80, well, then you'd think we'd have to push through 90s at some point. But maybe we just hold 80 all day. Maybe. Market just absolutely going sideways right now. Still looking dumpy, like it doesn't want to fucking just doesn't want to dump though. If we get through 80s, we're gonna fucking get it's gonna get murdered. Back to the VWAP. Whee! Gotta love waking up early in the morning just to sit here and look at this action right now. So the VWAP right there, the 86s again. VWAP acting as resistance. This is crazy right now. Crazy right now. Ugh. And now pushing back up there above the VWAP. Bunch of liquidity just came in there on the book map at that 87, 88 level, right where that point of control is now. Will they take that liquidity out there at the 86s, well, like 87, 88s? Took that liquidity away now. That point of control right there, 87, 85, 87, 75. And once again, just stuck. And once again, just stuck. It had a glimpse of possibly making a move higher here, but just got denied. Nice little glimpse of it. Little hope. Had a little hope that, oh, it might happen. It might go. And then no. Oh, these little freaking flies flying around my light. And now, once again, testing the 80s. Big buyer there at the 80s again. Wow. You got a 7-point range right now. 7-point range between 80 and 87. What a time to be alive. Fucking crazy. Yeah, you just got to buy long and get short at the same time and then just wait for it to be in profit. Once again, pushing back up to the VWAP. That white line on the book map is the VWAP here. Oh, once again, testing 80s here on the book map. You can see that big buyer there at the 80s. They love that 80 level. Get out the way. I mean, at a certain point, something has to happen, right? Or we can't just go sideways for the whole entire day, can we? It's only been an hour, I guess. Something must happen at some point. Through that 79 level. Okay. Okay. Finally. Got that low of day down there at 75s. I don't see how we don't see that area. We'll find out here. There's no way. If they chop this back up into that fucking 80 range, I'm going to be mind blown right now. Wow. Back into the 80s. I'm about to be over it, to be honest. I don't even know how it's possible right here. How do we just break below that 80 level and then pop right back into the 80s? That VWAP is just literally being a magnet right now. VWAP magnet. Magnet VWAP. Do. New subscriber, let's go. If you haven't already hit that like button, subscribe button, help me out. Blow it up, baby. Right now, the market just chopping around here. Wow. We're going to, if you guys survive today, if you end up surviving today's market, you can tell everybody, I survived. I survived February 28, 2023. It was one of the choppiest, most sideways markets I've ever seen. Tell your grandkids one day. Back when I used to trade, the market would move 7 points up and down for 2 hours straight. Oh, yeah. Back when I was a trader. Back when I was a trader. No, if we had it, we need. Where the fuck is Abyss at? If we had Abyss here right now, we would. The market could make a move. Abyss is on somebody else's live stream fucking it up for us. We need Abyss. Come back, Abyss. Come back. We love you. We want you back here. Telling us when to buy and when to sell so we can do the exact opposite. Please come back. Help us. Help us, Abyss. We need you. We need you, Abyss. 75 looking like it's going to get touched here. Let's see that 75 low. We get through that 75 low. We got that next pivot down there on the ES of the 65s. Not getting my hopes up, though. But we'll find out here. Hall. Looking a little bit better here. Starting to get my hopes up now that we might break this low of day. Starting to get my hopes up now. $30-minute chart having that big old fair value gap above us now. So that 89 to 90 level fair value gap there. Oh my gosh, look at this thing bouncing back right now. This is the 30-minute chart we're looking at. And pulling up the 15-minute chart, you can see, once again, trying to hold down there at the lows. Wow, look at that rip back up from the 76s back to the 81s. Can't stop, won't stop. The market. Oh, she's boring. Just do something. Do something. Do something. Almost 11 o'clock now. Thanks for the support, Ash. One minute chart right now. Looks like it still wants to head lower here, but the market, we've just been chopping around. non-stop here. So kind of just the battle here at the 80, 79 level. Will they continue selling down through that low? We haven't broken that low of day yet, 75s. Still holding there. Market looks like it's on a squeeze back up here again. On the book map, seeing that 83 level there, kind of like, ooh, I think it's going to hit 83s. You can see here on the 3-minute chart, it's just been a lot of choppy chopperson. I mean, we pretty much from the 80s to the 88s there, from the 80s back to the 88s, back to the 90s. Just been chopping around here all morning. So no real beautiful setups today. It's part of it. Some days are going to be like this. There's going to be days in the market where the market's not going to want to pay us, right? Like the market's just going to be like, nope, not today. Not today. So, well, let's see what happens here. I'm trying to be patient just in case once we finally get a breakout, get a big move possible. Just waiting patiently for something good to happen here. Got the VWAP up there at the 85, 86 level still. So I think we touched that VWAP again. What do you think? Push back up to that VWAP level here. On the book map right now, I got a seller there at 83. Get through that and then push up there to that VWAP level, 86s. And we're going to push the 86s here. Through the 83s now. Push up their 84s. I think it's interesting to see what happens if we push back above the VWAP again and then kind of see possible long opportunity if we keep holding those lows at the bottom down there. But pretty much at this point, it's just like, we need something big to happen. We need some Patrick Wieland mojo up in here, some setups. Right now, the 3-minute chart has just been topsy-turvy all morning long, not really setting up beautifully. So we really need some, you know, some action here. You got to get above these highs. You got 87 there, 89, 90s. So that's what we're looking for. If we get this push up, we need to get through all that crap. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, help me out. Blow up that like button. We got 744 likes. We need to get at least 1,000 likes here on the stream today. Come on. We got 2,000 people watching. We're live on YouTube. Just need one big boner candle to the upside. You guys know. You know what's up. And right now, back above the VWAP again. So we push to the VWAP there. Beautiful move back up here. Oh, she's going. Starting to look a little bit better. So now we just kind of wait. Got the MACD crossing here. Remember, we got all this stuff coming up. We got the 90s area. This thing is just going straight back up here. I'd say the double bottom is in. Now everybody's FOMOing into it and just pushing the market higher. Everyone's FOMOing. Through the 90s now. Look at this. Just green, green, green on the 3-minute, on the 1-minute chart, the 3-minute chart. Just a big old boner candle to the upside there. Let's see the 15-minute chart. The 15-minute chart breaking to the upside there as well. So the next resistance really that 93, 94 level. And then we kind of see what happens from here. We got to get through this area here right now on the 15-minute chart. There's that pullback. Please explain this move. I couldn't explain it if I tried. I mean, other than the fact that we held that bottom, triple bottom, I mean, a double bottom down there. We had the double bottom on the 3-minute chart. What's interesting is if you look here, we kind of had that trap as well down at the bottom. I would say they definitely trapped it down here. Look at that 77 little wick right there, wicked to the downside there. Look at that trap. The trap is real, my friends. The trap is real here. Bang. Got the trap. We got back above that and then squeezed up there to the 90s. So, there's the move. Now the question is there more to it? Is there more to it? Now is the next question. Rooster's crowing. I always feel like when you hear the roosters, they sound like they're like dying, like they're on their last leg out there. Market up there to the 92s right now. Looking to see what happens here at the 90, 92 level next. We got that pivot point on the SPY at the 398.59 level. We're above the VWAP on the SPY now. We're above the VWAP on the ES. So You got the next pivot point on the ES at the 95s, actually. So we're pretty much going to be pushing up to that pivot point here on the ES next. Big seller right now stacked up there at the 92s. They know that 92 level is a key level to hold it down, so they're stacking up there. Get over that seller there, push up there to the pivot point next. Trying to take out that seller there at the 91, 92 level. Taking them out there on the book map right now. So a lot of action on that chart. The 3-minute chart here, trying to push through that 92 level. Think we might get a little bit of a pullback here. A little bit of a pullback here possible. You would rather see a pullback here than just going straight up through here. I was thinking the other day, what if, you know how we had like the Black Monday and stuff where the computers messed up and did crazy stuff? What if the algorithms went crazy and started buying and the market just like went up like 5% in one day, but like in an hour period? What would they do? Would they shut it off or they just let it go? You know, if the market just starts fucking rallying to the moon, what would they do? Like imagine the market goes up 10% one day. They're like, oh, fuck, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. Yeah, so I guess a 7% move to the upside would not be bad. Imagine if you were in, let's say you were long 5 contracts on the ES and you got a 7% move. That would be like, I don't even know. That would just be insane. You would make, on 5 contracts, if you had a 7% move in the market, how many points is that? How many handles would be a 7% move? That's what I want to know. You'd make like $500,000 on 5 contracts. Yeah, then the brokers would be like, oh, no, 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 you don't get to keep that. That was a mistake. There was an accounting error there. That's for sure what would happen. But if the market fucking crashed 7% and everybody lost money, the brokers would be like, no, 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 that's your fault. You lost the money. You lost the money. You lost the money. Yeah, so 350 points on 5 contracts. That would be some serious money, boys. Even, yeah, 300 points on 5 contracts, you would be fucking, you could retire at that. Well, maybe not retire, but you could definitely stop trading for the day. Walk away. Oh. The things that I think about when I'm bored on YouTube. What would happen if I had $1 million? Market sitting here at the 90s right now. Will it squeeze all the way through that 93, 94 level? That pivot point on the ES at the 94s here. 95s. 95 pivot point on the ES. We got a pivot point on the SPY at the 398.59. 398.59. This is actually a level, too, that we got stuck at earlier on the SPY, that 398.25 levels. So, well, let's see what happens here. Take a look at the book map here for our friend Charles. Book map not looking too crazy. Got a bunch of sellers stacked up. Well, big sellers stacked up at 94, 95 level, but nothing out of the norm. Just kind of going sideways right here at the 90s again. We got that VWAP. VWAP down at the 86s. The VWAP's has basically been flat all day at the 86s. It hasn't even moved. VWAP hasn't even moved. Alrighty. We're at the top of that range now. Do we turn back down and get stuck in that range again, or do we break out here? The $1 million question now. There's a lot of buyers sitting at the 86 level, so possibly pull back here, tap that 86 level again. Maybe we just keep going straight up, but right now, definitely just sitting there on the top of that range. 15-minute, like literally look at these 15-minute candles right there. I have not seen like 15-minute candles looking like that in quite some time. Talk about price action on those 15-minute candles there. We got basically a double top here on this candle, about to close. The high on this one was a 93. High on this one, 92.50. Getting real tight there at the 90s, though. Real tight, tight. Damn rooster's crowing out there. Do you guys hear that rooster? He's like just going at it right now. Just going at it. Little rooster man. Market looked like I want to get that pushed up to that 94 level here. We pushed up 94s right there. There we go. On the book map right now, we got that 94.50 area there. Then after that, you got to push all the way up there to 98s. So let's see what happens here. They're going to push through 94, push to 98s next. Momentum still just kind of grinding higher here. See, they push through the 94 level strong. $94.50 on the book map there. Through the $94.50, I think we'll go 98s next. We're basically pushing above that. We got that high up there. Well, maybe 96s, 98s. Let's see what happens here. 94 is trying to push through there. That pivot point coming up for the ES pivot point up there at the 4,004s. Or wait. No, sorry. 95 on the pivot point on the ES. And we got the pivot point on the SPY at the 398.59. So, well, let's see what happens here. They're going to be able to push that through that 94 level next. And market having trouble there. 93, 94s, that battleground area here. That rooster's funny. Right now, holding at the 90s here. That bunch of that liquidity at the 94s is gone now on the book map here. So let's see if they take that out. Dude is going nuts out there. He's crowed like 5,000 times. That 94 high so far there. We get over 94. We push up their 98s. Market trying to get through that 94 high right there. Still on the 15-minute chart, climbing up here. 95, the highest so far. We need to get pretty much like through that 95 level, that pivot point on the ES. There's a pivot point at the 95s. Back down there to the 90s again. Got that VWAP on the ES all the way down there at 86s still. Possibly see the VWAP next if we keep pulling back here. The 3-minute chart right here we're looking at now. This idea of kind of pulling back here into that fair value gap right there, 85s. That's where the VWAP's at. Got that implied fair value gap right there forming on the 3-minute chart now. See if we're going to get that VWAP touch. I'm thinking we see VWAP here. What do you think? We see the VWAP again? Abyss is here. Oh, God. What is he going to do today? Abyss, are we going long or short? Oh, he said we're going up, so we're definitely going to crash now. That 30-minute chart, you can see those 30-minute candles looking, don't even, what pattern is that? Is that a pattern? 2, 3 doji candles. 3 dojis. The problem is one day Abyss is going to be right. Everyone's going to do the opposite, and the market's going to end up doing what Abyss said it's going to do, and we're all going to get fucked. I've got 3 screens that I'm using. Well, 4 screens, kind of. I got my Mac and then my 3 PC computer. Market's still holding up here at the 89, 90 level. Thinking possibly that next target of being 4,000. We get through 95, obviously. That pivot point on the ES here. And then try to get up there towards that 4,000 level. Trying to push here. Five-minute chart not looking so hot right now here at this level. We got to get through all this chop from the 90s to the 95s. Get through that chop there if we're going to be able to push up. But right now, having some trouble there. Still got that VWAP down there at the 86s right there in the middle of that fair value gap. So we'll see if we touch that VWAP area. Definitely looks like it wants to roll over here. Here on the 3-minute chart right now. Still holding up there, 90s. Market went from basically red to green now, so we're back in the green in the market today. Well, the market's green. The ES is green. 0.06% right now. We were, I think, down like 0.20% earlier. Right now, holding that 90 level there. Book map not looking too crazy to the upside in terms of resistance right now, so we'll see what happens here. That buyer down there at the 87, kind of the VWAP level. And looks like we're touching that VWAP, baby. VWAP at the 8650 area now. It's monsooning here in Hawaii. Monsoon. Market now trying to hold up there at the VWAP, the ES, the SPY, both kind of like right there at the VWAP. The NASDAQ, everything's sitting at the VWAP right now. Would basically need to hold this level, hold the VWAP, and try to push back up here now. Gotta pretty much bounce off this level now. If it's gonna bounce for the bulls, they need to hold that VWAP area. Right now, trying to hold that VWAP area. Book map looking pretty indecisive here. Got that point of control right now at the 88s. Three-minute chart, the MACD turning bearish here. But I don't really trust it right now. Either way. Market back to red on the day now. We were green, now we're back to red on the day for the market. And right there at the VWAP. VWAP acting as resistance now. Wowzers. Ugh, fuck me. I'd say if we can get back over 88 here, over 8, let's say 88.50 area, 89, could be a long opportunity. Just got to wait and see if we're going to be able to get that push back up here. Right now, we've been holding that. We've been kind of basically messing around with that VWAP all day, and we're back at that VWAP area. So we're either going to push back up here or we're going to get denied and go below the VWAP here. Basically has to hold in this level. New subscriber, let's go. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, you know what to do. Where are you guys seeing the Fed speaker? I don't see the Fed speaker. Not on the calendar. Member Goolsby speaks. Huh. So right now, watching to see what happens. We're going to hold this VWAP area. The VWAP right there, the 86 is. Can we hold here? Oh. You guys want to learn more about Topstep? You want to get into a funded account? There's a link there in the chat box to learn more about Topstep, start trading futures and all that fun stuff. Right now, market just consolidating here at this level at the VWAP right now. We pushed above it on the 15-minute chart. We pulled back to the VWAP area. Will we be able to bounce out of it now is the question. 15-minute chart, pulling back here. Had that resistance at the 95, right where that pivot point was on the ES. And market pulling back here below the VWAP now once again. Oh, it's almost 12 o'clock. The sun's coming out here in Hawaii, and I think I'm going to go ahead and walk away and just be done with it. I don't really think there's a point in forcing it any more than it already has been forced. I tried to make something happen. The market just didn't want to give us a setup today, so just going to stay away from it. Be done with it. I think the move that we kind of missed out on this move right here. I don't know what I was doing, but this was definitely the move. If we get rid of this right here. We had that high there. Had that high right there. And then basically this little trap right here was the fucking short setup from the 92s down there to the 82s. So there it is in hindsight. It's always easy in hindsight looking at it, right? So is what it is. Market just fucking chopping. So I'm going to be done for the day. I'm over it. There's no point in forcing it. I don't even like want to sit here and look at it anymore. It could go lower and lower, but fuck it. I'm trying to be done by 12 o'clock. That's my new rule. I'm just going to try to walk away every day at 12. I don't want to try to like keep forcing it and trading and trying to do stuff when I don't need to. So there it is. I'm happy with that. Just walk away. I don't feel like it's like defeat, like getting defeated, but definitely feels like that sometimes. You feel like you're walking away and you're like, fuck. Got defeated. It is what it is. So, yeah. Walking away. Market just didn't give us the setups that we needed, and that's all it comes down to. We got to trade the setups. And the markets, when it's choppy and it's crazy, we don't get the setups. We missed out. Like I said, that little hindsight trade right there, that back, that short there was beautiful. But right now, just kind of staying out of it, staying alive, and I'll be live tomorrow morning for hopefully Wild Wednesdays. Wild Wednesdays. There it is. See you guys on the flip side. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe button. We got 838 likes. Can you help me out? Blow up that like button. It'll be fun to see you guys again here tomorrow morning. Hit that subscribe button as well. I'll talk to you guys on the flip side. Peace to the Middle East.